What's up guys, Chris here, back again with another market video for you guys today. Premier League team of the season is here and I want to show you guys every trading method and things you should look out for today on the market to make you guys some coins. So before we get into it, if you guys can just drop a like on the video and subscribe if you're new around here, that'd be absolutely fantastic. So going into, one of these videos, I normally like to start off with talking about panic selling and kind of capitalizing on your out-of-pack market that maybe is dropping due to the uncertainty around the promo. And I think that's the correct word to go about doing this, which is uncertainty. Because we have all of the ratings and the players and we know everything, it's going to be really interesting to see what happens today on the market, because this doesn't really happen too often. I believe EA is participating in a blackout on social media, and that's kind of like what led them to do these tweets today and kind of let us know what we're getting this weekend. I think they're participating with teams like Man City, other Premier League clubs, etc. And it's not just EA that kind of has to do something like this, because when there's a big promo and some of these teams players get into team of the season or team of the week, you see them retweeting a lot. So it goes with the kind of promotional element where if those teams are, for example, Man City, if they're in a blackout, right, and we're talking about like exposure to Premier League team of the season, Man City is not going to be tweeting the whole day. They ain't going to be retweeting anything. So De Bruyne, right, Cancelo, Diaz, Ederson, we have like 4 to 5 of Man City's players in here, and they're going to want to obviously get the most exposure as possible with that. So I think they tweeted out today. That's the first time they've ever done that. But like I said, I think it's going to be interesting to see what happens on the market today, because the panic selling and the dropping of prices comes from the uncertainty of what players are we getting and what ratings are we getting and what type of boost they get as well. So I would say there is going to be a market drop today. I do expect that. Whether that is before the content drop or maybe the hour after that. I remember during the community team of the season last week, there was like really not much dropping off of prices before 6 p.m. But that hour after 6 p.m. you did see a lot of prices tank and then start to rise up. So I think just kind of look out for any price drops. Now, if we're looking at like your out-of-pack specials from the Premier League, things we've talked about in the past that should rise based on like the prices of these cards first day, I do think those cards are going to go up a little bit today. Certain cards, not all, like maybe like a Sun headliner, I think is most likely to go up because the 94 Sun is still going to be over 1.5 million first day. Like Rule Breaker Kane, I think would be another one that I think is going to go up as well. I lost my train of thought, but what I was going to say to you guys is when it comes to the out-of-pack market, in terms of Premier League specials, maybe you kind of stay away from the striker market, the CDM market, the right wing as well. We're looking at a Bale SBC that we could be getting a 90 overall Bale. So maybe those are some of the specials you might want to stay away from, because we looked at the impact of that SAR SBC last week. That took a big hit on a lot of the right wings in the game. I think one of the markets that's going to do the best today in terms of Prem specials and out-of-pack stuff is center backs. I think center backs, this Fofana card is not juiced up enough. I think this Ruben Diaz card is not juiced up enough. The 83 pace is still a turnoff to a lot of people. And that's really it when it comes to defenders that are center backs from the Premier League. So I think like your Joe Gomez and players like that are going to be your go-to looks today, because these cards are not really great on the eye. And I think people are going to buy back out-of-pack icons that are center backs. Look at like your baby Cannavaros, your Rio Ferdinands, your Sol Campbells. Players like that you guys should be looking at today, in my opinion. Baby Dasai as well. There's going to be a lot of market in coins being injected into it. And I expect the market to do very well later tonight. So if you see any prices drop on anything that's out of packs, maybe you look away from the strikers, the CDMs, the right wings due to objectives, and it kind of hurts those rises up, and it just kind of makes those cards either stagnate or drop in price. I think you want to be looking elsewhere, in my opinion. So that's one thing on the market you guys want to be looking at. Now, a little bit of a riskier play, but we've seen this happen in the past where in the first hour, a lot of these promo cards are cheaper than where they are in hours 2 and 3 due to the amount of pack supply that people are going to, put onto the market. Now, those Premier League cards should be cheaper now because they haven't really gone as big of upgrades as I thought they would be, going into this. I have 97 packs saved here. I also am going to be loading up FIFA points. My person that I'm sharing this account with, he will be putting on FIFA points for me to rip open for content. Make sure you guys go check out my streams. We'll be streaming all day on Friday. Market, packs, gameplay, all of that's going to be in there. There's going to be a lot of packs being ripped open today. Even though the team isn't as good as people thought it would be, that people are still going to open packs. And a lot of the supply is going to come in that first hour. And I think there's an opportunity here, potentially, and this is not a guarantee every single week, but with this team and the amount of packs that are being saved up, these cards could be cheaper first hour, and then second and third hour, those cards could rise. And it's going to be a quick rise as well, because once people see that there's such a low price on a card, it's like kind of, you know, if you see 1 or 2 pages getting cleared, for a casual player, they're going to likely buy into that because they don't want to miss out on the opportunity of buying their card at a price that they like. And you see a quick rise on a lot of these cards. So just keep your eye on that, in my opinion. I would also be looking at objectives as well. Now, I believe we're getting a Rodri objective. I would pay attention to the requirements, okay, that we get for Rodri, because, you know, people are going to want to do that card, right? I don't think he's good enough to play maybe center back or whatever due to the pace, but I do think that this card, and I'm going to show you guys right now him, he's got like 83 pace, 86 passing, 84 dribbling, 92 defending, and 91 physical. That's a pretty solid looking card. And I think people are going to go and complete this card. So what I would do is kind of look for the requirements and see what players overlap each requirement. For example, if you look at like a guy like Correa here, he's got assist 7 goals, a score 5 finesse goal, score 14, win 8 matches, and score in 12 serve matches. Now that's one of the, you know, it's one of those where there's not really much that is like kind of specifically needed. But I think if in a card like Rodri, if they do like Premier League and Spanish, right, your Damatraris or something you want to be looking at, right, I would just kind of keep your eye on that requirement for the objectives, because there's a lot of coins to be made, rash investing and that sort of stuff at 6 p.m. today. Another thing I want to be looking at today is obviously lightning rounds. Now we're going to get 3 lightning rounds, 50Ks, 100Ks, and 125s. Now, what you're going to be able to do is you're going to be able to capitalize on icons being supplied on the market, the primes and the moments. What I would do if you guys want to trade with a higher budget, you're going to be looking at icons on this filter basic. I say this every single week, but in case somebody's new watching this video, I want to show them this filter. You go 15 mil max buy now, or max price, and then whatever your budget is here, say my budget's like 2 million coins, I go basic. And then any card that's listed on the market with a basic chemistry style, pretty much knowing that that card is recently pack pulled, you might get a couple deals on this filter today. Especially with all the save packs as well being opened. I think there's going to be a good amount of supply on icons. You may see prime cards drop off a little bit and then rebound upwards due to that massive amount of supply. So just kind of keep your eye on, my opinion, on a lot of these type of cards. If you know prices on icons, this is going to be a really easy way to make coins. Now, I would look on the companion app and I would look on the web app. That's going to be a faster way to get to the 59-minute. As you can see there, it took me a little bit to get there. And there's too much competition on icons where you're just not going to get there in time. So make sure you're on the web app, make sure on the companion app when you're doing something like this. And remember, always remember what they sell for, because then you can know what to buy them for. And that's kind of my biggest point when it comes to icon trading. Just know what they sell for, and then you will be able to know what to buy them for. So let's keep talking, right? Like I said, I think the market's going to go up a good amount later tonight. There's going to be a lot of coins being injected in through the safe packs, but also the lightning rounds. Another thing I want you guys looking at is Fodder. Fodder is going to be a really good opportunity to buy today. With that sheer supply coming on the market, last week I was getting guys like Acuna at like 1.9 to 2K. He rebounded quickly back up to 3. I was getting guys like Saboteur at like 2.4. Matinho at 2K, right? What I would look at for you guys, if you're looking at like 83s to like 90 overalls, look at the cards that fluctuate the most and rebound the quickest. Now, I do think Fodder is going to go back up because we had this icon midfielder pack that is kind of in the code right now, and that's something that, you know, EA could very well bring out sometime later this weekend, and that could push Fodder prices up. Now, I know for a fact people are going to try to invest in this stuff, so I think what you can do, 2 things. Bid. bidding during lightning rounds is going to be your absolute best friend. With all the supply coming on the market, people always look to snipe and they don't look for bids at all. And you guys can get some really insane deals, trust me. Like, you know, every single week on Friday when I'm streaming, people are saying I got these 83s at 800 coins. And I'm just like, how? Like, this is like 900 coins cheaper than where he's actually going for right now. And people just don't look for bids. So please take a look at that. And go look at the 83s that are just fluctuating a lot, right? This Thorgan Hazard, for example, is 2.1k right now. I look at Thorgan Hazard, and he was, on Friday, he was about 5.1. He went down on Saturday to 2.5, but he quickly rebounds back to 3.2 by that Wednesday. And he probably hit peaks of like 3.6, 3.7. So keep your eye on that. You know, like I said, if I'm gonna invest in 83s, I don't know if I'm gonna because of the upgrade packs this week, but like look at like your Jao Martinez, your Acuna cards, right? Look at like your center backs if they drop a lot. Zapata, Sabitzer, you know, Kovacic is a good one, Munayin, Van de Beek, you know, all these type of cards are really good to look at. And then if you want to look at the cheapest 83 in general, I did tell you guys that these cards would inch up this past week, and they did indeed do that. This Kevin Trapp, for example, was like 2,000 coins, I believe, over the last like 2 days. As you can see right there, 2,000. So yeah, please take a look at these cards. You know, if they ever drop to like 1k and under, these 83s, they're just absolutely no risk investments in my opinion. You can buy other, you know, fodder as well, 84s, 85s, 86s, 87s, you know, any of that sort of stuff you guys can buy as well. Just kind of wait till it stops dropping, and if you're going to get on some of that stuff, get on bids, because like I said, there's some incredible snipes and bids you guys can get on. Now, another thing I want to talk about is Premier League rares. Now, like I said, and we've talked about this a lot today, supply is everything. Now, these cards are most likely going to be needed earlier for something. Now, maybe what EA does is they just do the rares in general, and they don't do Premier League specific. Now, I know for a fact that people are going to invest in these cards. So, you know, probably after Saturday is when you're going to really start to see a rise in this stuff. So, if they go back down to 700, 750, I would just go buy as much as you can, because they're going to be used for upgrade packs sometime next week. This is an easy investment you guys can buy, in my opinion, if you want to go look on a lower budget scale. I also think non-res will do very well. Now, player picks expire today, and these cards are currently going for like 750 to 800. They've doubled in price like I thought they would. Again, they're going to probably bring out player picks yet again. If you go take a look right here, 80 Premier League 80 plus rated player, right? They're going to bring out player picks yet again. So please, you know, listen to me. Like, if these guys drop back down to 350, 400, just buy as many as you can on a lower budget, because it's just absolutely no risk really when it comes to this. Another trading method you guys should do today is the 10, 20, 30. All you need to do is just bid until you can make profit on each card. Have Fuppin right next to you. See what they're going for on the market. And look for cards that are out of packs, because the ones that are in packs are going to be the ones that kind of are harder to look at, because there's still other eyes on them as well. You'll have open bids on this filter, like a Embolo, for example, right? Embolo is currently on the market right now at how many coins? I think he's pretty rare, right? No, he's 11.2. He's actually just released Wednesday. It just shows you how much I've paid attention to the team of the week. But you would look for cards that are out of packs here, right? I think I saw a freeze golem in there. This 88 card, for example, is 16k, right? You would bid on that so you can make profit. It's a really good way to make coins, and there's not as many people that look at that filter when it comes to a big promo. Last but not least, I would say Premier League Team of the Season cards are most likely going to be able to be flipped Friday night into Saturday. You should see some of these cards inch up their way. You will see a high market Friday night, so if you are planning on buying like your Neymars, your Mbappes, anything like that, I would really be looking at that first hour of the content drop, because that's where I think some of these might drop like they did last week and then kind of skyrocket again. You might be able to make a lot of coins on that as well. If you look at Mbappe, if you look at Neymar, right, if they're dropping to like 210, 220, you know, 300, right, if you're seeing that with the coin injection, with the lock of supply after like 8 p.m. UK time, you're going to see these cards start to fly up in price. And like I said, your out of pack specials, all of that stuff should kind of start going up as well. and avoid those positions that I talked about. Center backs I would really be focusing on today. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thanks so much for watching. I appreciate it. I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Peace out.